Cultural Heritage Science Open Source is a 1.5 years old startup. It's a private practice service whose mission is to promote low-cost technologies for art documentation and examination. The goal is to serve the largest community of medium and small museums and cultural institutions, which notoriously run on limited budget. The goal is achieved by three methods: development, evaluation and dissemination of low-cost methodologies for art documentation. Dissemination of these low-cost methodologies is implemented by the blog, the on-site art examination service for museums and private collectors, and the training programs. Imaging technologies are the main target of the CHSOS missions, because they provide the most of information at the lower cost. CHSOS is specialized in multispectral imaging, which consists of a series of technical photos which together provides information on the painting technique and materials and are useful for the editing of condition reports. The panoramic multispectral imaging method is an example of low-cost equipment development. This system allows for a considerably contained budget high-resolution multispectral imaging documentation. In particular, it is a valid low-cost alternative to the much more expensive infrared scanners for infrared reflectography. Cultural Heritage Science Open Source welcomes collaborations with companies in order to test their innovative and low-cost products for the specific needs of art examination. The results are published on the blog or on art conservation journals. CHSOS also encourages collaborations with universities in order to promote research on Sicilian art. Dissemination is achieved by the chsopensource.org blog. It is going toward 5,000 views per month and it is accessed mostly from Europe and US, but also from South America and Southeast Asia. On-site art documentation is provided with the same innovative and low-cost equipment promoted in the blog. Its setup is also lightweight in order to deliver the service flying with low-cost companies in order to lower the traveling fee for the customer. These videos show that the equipment contains just a carry-on and checked luggage. The on-site art documentation service is fast. An example is the documentation with 12 multispectral images of 43 Edvard Munch paintings for the Code Art Museum of Bergen. It was accomplished in just 2 weeks. Training on low-cost multispectral imaging and 2D and 3D technical photographic methods is offered to institutions and private professionals. It is delivered both at the CHSOS studio in Italy as well as abroad. Freebies are little tools that are provided as gifts for those who take the training programs and want to set up their own imaging laboratory with the low-cost solutions promoted by CHSOS. For example, an Arduino programmed circuit board necessary to connect an InGaAs camera with a photographic panoramic head. This allows automatic capturing for the panoramic infrared reflectography method. Another example is the Pigments Checker, a collection of 54 swatches of historical pigments which is used to test the workflow for the identification of pigments by multispectral imaging. Following are some examples of the application of RTI, Reflectance Transformation Imaging, for the art examination workflow implemented by CHSOS. Caravaggio is known for the presence of incision in many of his paintings, which were supposedly made on the wet gesso with the back of his brush. There are a couple of hypotheses on the reason of this unusual practice. The most accredited is that this was Caravaggio's way to quickly sketch the positions of the figures and models in his paintings. These incisions can be observed in radiant light and X-radiographs. Indeed, during the Florence exhibition of Caravaggio on 1992, radiant light was used to let visitors tell themselves the location of incisions. Graffiti and catacombs. Syracuse has the largest Christian catacombs after Rome. There are important Roman wall paintings, and some of them have historical graffiti. These last graffiti also provide information and are of interest to archaeologists. This examination was done in order to test the capabilities of the RTI method to make graffiti more readable for scholars. RTI is the natural way to document the graffiti because the lines are in different directions and radiant light fails to document them. The images were taken both in visible and infrared light. Infrared light provides better RTI images because some pigments, as in this case red ochre, become transparent, and so the photos are not disturbed by the paint which has been peeling randomly off the mural painting. case study were added to document a collection of historical prints in Sweden. The main research objective was to test which macro photography setup was better fitted for the macro RTI of prints. The results ended up in a paper. Macro photography can be set with a number of adds-on adapters and spatial lenses. These were all tested and evaluated for the specific needs of RTI. The macro extension tube, the teleconverter, the microscope objective adapter, the coupling ring, and the special lens, the automat true pair. And eventually the reverse ring, which for most of the cases is the best choice. Macro RTI allows to document the fibrous appearance of the rake's paper. On woodcuts, macro photography is necessary to document the print lines, which are characterized by the lack of regularity of width and direction. Again, a good macro photography allows to document the edge rims characteristic of woodcuts relief printings. It's also evident the lack of textile fibers in the parchment. Where RTI comes extremely useful is for etching and engraving prints. RTI imaging makes very easy to show the raised ink and varying intensity of the lines in the etching. In the engraving prints, macro RTI shows the characteristic raised ink and tapering and swelling lines. Thank you so much.